So, yeah.
Days? You guys don't look at it weeks at a time.
Oh man, I left a baby in there.
You kind of did. I mean, what do you think was part of that comfortable meal? It was a comfortable meal for cannibals. Alright, so, sound off. Everyone, who's here?
Me.
I'm here.
Me.
That just leaves Josh and Candace.
Nah.
There's Josh. And, oh, Candace just muted. Yep. Alright. Let's see. Let me set some mute music. So as we last left off, you guys did a pretty sizable number on a, well, what you believe to be a vandalized grave, which turned out to be an entire graveyard that was possibly being converted. And you had your first run-in with a cadaver lord. I bet he was fun. And then, after choosing not to open the tomb of the fallen hero, you did manage to discover a very familiar grave. The grave of a man called Theres Dune. To which you discovered that it indeed was empty, as the amulet told you. Well, empty not being the correct word. It looked as though it had been tunneled through and somebody began to live under it for who knows how long. But after that, you rested, began your trek home to collect whatever reward, prize, or mystery lies before you. As such, you've had many a conversation, particularly as to the three now pulsating objects in the group. Among other things as well as officially welcoming your newest collaborators? Associates. Let's see. Oop. And then that's where we end it here, as you've begun to enter into the forward yards of Portcullis, where columns of green smoke seem to cut into the sky. Even the clouds themselves seem to be some sort of hue of puce. And then looking around, you see, well, men, women, children. Everyone seems to be in some sort of different garb that is predominantly green with accents of black or purple. Well, more like lavender. And you find the air isn't difficult to breathe, which is kind of interesting. And that's where we pick up. As you all currently re-enter Portcullis. That's it.
Okay, we clearly need to get these people a hobby, because if we're gone for 5 seconds, they go crazy.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Let's go collect our reward. I believe we would have to talk to the captain in order to get that, and he might be able to fill us in on what's going on.
Can I just do a quick sniff of the air, and do I smell anything weird?
Yeah, you essentially got the scent of lilacs and not much ash.
Oh. Well, that's weird.
I just asked one of the green painted people what they're up to.
You pull someone across, and it's a kind of upsprite man. Seems to be human or has his elven patronage kind of hidden. He just sort of like looks at you and says, "Do you not know of the season of fall?"
Of course I know of the season of fall, but this is a test, and I need to make sure that you know what the season of fall is.
He sort of just tilts his head at you and just... Alright. Well, with the changing of the seasons, the last harvest is no more. So we celebrate by removing it. We harvest so much of the amaranth that we need to dispose of it before it begins to rot. And thus, we have this. And he just sort of holds his hands up to like more green smoke coming into the air. A pleasant smell and a sign of times to come.
Good job. You get a gold star.
Is it valuable?
Do you consider knowledge valuable?
Begins to just slowly back out of frame.
I'm gonna do the same thing.
Let's go get that money.
Yeah, these people are weird.
I don't like these people. They're not very normal.
This is the person who gets
Actually,
friendship advice from plants.
Having a celebration for the end of the harvest is a very common thing. Maybe.
Yes, but they don't burn things. That's stupid.
No, actually, most of them do burn things. In fact, most of them burn people.
I don't care. It is stupid.
I have to admit, those people who burn people, at least they have, like, better makeup jobs.
Did they do this last year or no?
None of you have been here since a full year. It's only been about
Oh,
3 months.
For a year.
Yeah. Also, Candace, you are super quiet.
I am going to search for the nearest guard.
Alright. I mean, there's plenty of them around. They kind of stick out since they're the ones who don't really have much green or purple on them.
Okay. Excuse me.
Yes.
We heard that there was a reward offered for anybody who took care of the problem in the graveyard.
That's... You're gonna take that up with Zip. He typically handles that.
Okay. Where do I go for that?
He just points back at the castle.
Thank you.
To
To the castle.
Alright. And once again, each and all of you begin the arduous 10-minute climb up the several serried staircase, which, as of now, is pretty beautiful. It seems that after several sieges, they've just, instead of repairing, just decided to cut new stairs into it. And the actual stone of this mountain seems to be some sort of like light quartz, almost. It's very odd and has a very satisfying sound to all of you wearing, like, metallic accoutrement. But the minutes go by, and you again find yourselves at the top of the outcropping over the port city. And there is indeed the keep once again. Very familiar gates, very familiar fountains, very familiar lackadaisical attitude towards all of you. What's somebody gonna do?
What was the name of that guy?
Zip.
Zip.
Zip?
Haven't we met Zip before?
Well, indeed you have. You tried to get him to sell you a house.
Yeah, that's what I thought. A farm, right?
Yeah. A farm.
Yeah.
Must have been on one of those zippity doodah days. So this should be pretty quick to get the money from him. Let's go to his office.
Let's go.
Alright. Making your way in past the gates, it takes you almost no effort, as each of you still have the badge equipped somewhere, and so the guards let you into the early areas of the keep. The main one still being blocked off and given the same not authorized crap. You make your way down to the right, through a long hallway, past a series of very dimly and poorly kept torches, until you find a small little office down in the corner with a very familiar halfling just sitting behind a desk. Same normally tattered appeal, although now he seems to have a pen that has this metal bars coming off of it that attach to 8 other pens, and each one of them seems to be pressed down onto several sheets of paper. His other hand has some sort of book in it, and he seems to be just duplicating something. Upon entering, he pays you no mind.
I'd like to requisition the pay for defeating an army of undead in the local cemetery.
Which one?
Tomb of the Unknown Soldier.
There is no Tomb of the Unknown Soldier.
Fallen hero. Tomb of the Fallen Hero.
Tomb of the Fallen Hero.
You mean graveyard. Very specific. Already been collected.
Impossible.
He just sort of like stops for a second. He's like, I don't make mistakes. It just keeps going on.
Um,
Yes, you did.
I know you're doing your job, but if you could just perhaps listen to us. We also have news and perhaps a warning. We didn't. There was something there, and a piece of it might have gotten away. So, yeah. Do you know we could speak about that?
I handle the paperwork. I don't handle missing bodies.
You, yes, but paperwork. Can't you refer us to somewhere, or I'm sorry. I know this is difficult. I mean, you're just doing your job, and someone already reported it done. But
You are horrible at your job. I'm just saying.
He's still just copying down. Like,
I'm gonna turn to my group. Alright, since most of you have not met this man before, let me see if I can make this a little bit more clear. He does not care about you or anything you have to offer unless it is in direct regard to his job. That also includes your opinions on his job. So unless you have something actually significant to offer, I suggest you just shut up so we can streamline this whole process.
I thought opinions were significant.
That's why you're not doing his job.
opinions are like assholes. There's too many of them in the world.
What proof did the previous party give you that they had stopped the undead?
3 grave robbers, each one carrying loot.
Who were these people?
Don't know. Hung 2 days ago.
No. I mean, who caught them?
Oh. It's like he puts down the book, though he still seems to be copying down. Like, and what you can tell, it's beautiful calligraphy on each of the 9 documents. Just reaches over his back, pulls out a little letter that none of you saw there to begin with. Just opens it up and doesn't look at it. He's still just focusing on the book he put down on the table. It's like, requisition collected. 3 individuals. 1 Arcanist. All of them. Just sort of take a pause. Just like, civilian. Civilians shouldn't have been informed of this. This is what I get for taking a day off.
So you got hustled.
No, it was my day off.
Your day. Who'd you have in charge?
Had to take care of family emergencies. So, sorry. It's hard for me to talk like this. Had to take care of family emergencies. Daughter was getting married. Had to requisition a replacement. One of the temp guards stood in for me.
Congratulations.
Was this a shaky guard?
Yes.
Smoked a lot.
Incredibly. I've had to do paperwork for about an hour.
You have made a horrifying and silly mistake.
Upon reflection, I agree with this. I am currently very upset.
So you got hustled.
Unfortunately, no evidence to the contrary. Unless proof can be provided that these vandals were not currently... Unless evidence can be provided that these current vandals were not part of this. Unable to comply. My hands are tied.
Do we have any proof that we fought undead nightmares?
No, even if we did, the contract was out for vandalism. And given that the grave robbers were caught, they're the ones who are assigned to the crime for vandalism. We weren't sent to go kill undead.
That is true, and we should be happy that crooks were caught as well. I mean, we don't need the money, right?
I'm sorry. How old am I?
Yeah, getting his condition reversed will be fairly expensive.
Maybe, or maybe not.
No, in our experience, having anything to do with divine power tends to be rather costly.
I am still waiting for evidence. I currently do not detect you lying. But without evidence, I cannot prove anything.
Would my condition suffice as proof?
Poor fashion sense is not a viable condition.
I used to be young and beautiful when I came into this office a bit ago.
You still are.
Take
it
off.
off.
Take off the necklace.
Alright, so you just unclasp it, and again, you feel a voice just sort of like just like groan into the ethereal. And your friend now ages again, although this time more feathers are starting to fall off.
It can't be good for you.
Yeah. It's like neither of just sort of like for the first time since you've seen him, he literally just stops everything and just like looks. The hell is that?
A ghost did it. Now requisition a new payment for this, and then go send the guards to murder whoever stole from you.
Not my department, but I know the department that does.
And write a check.
It's not how that works.
We haven't used banks in years. Down the hall, third building to the right. When you see a very pissed Eric Cochra, you know you're in the right place. And he just like goes back to his copying.
I'm gonna go down the hall, third building on the right.
Down the hall, third building on the right.
I follow.
Collar back on the bird immediately. I don't want the bird to die.
I figured. Especially since he was going like half speed compared to you guys. Alright. But yeah, so following the directions of the halfling, who didn't actually point you to which hallway, but you kind of surmised it wasn't the one that leads back to the front. You go by passing another series of doors, and passing by these other ones, you begin to realize that this outer layer of the keep seems to be separated for a reason. As you pass sort of other business, other like offices, you pass someone that seems to be counting tax money. You pass another one that seems to be, overlooking information as opposed to just copying it or duplicating it. You even seem to pass one that seems to be a cartographer of some kind. But following his directions, you go, you fall into the door that he instructed, and it's a very simple door, as in it looks like pieces of it have been removed and then just placed back casually. Like there's these slivers missing that have just been replaced with something else. It looks like wood.
Okay, I'm gonna walk in.
Right?
I hobble in.
Right. You go to open the door to this and catch nothing.
Can I push the door open?
Yes, make a strength check. Damn. Alright.
Perfect.
You go to push onto the door, and you just sort of like lean into it a little, and then you catch yourself. You lean back into it and find that the door isn't there. It's just an illusion of a door. Inside, you do see a very pissed Eric Cochra currently sharpening a sword on his desk. You're about a quarter of an inch away from just getting sparks into your face. A very familiar jet black Aarakocra, wearing what appears to be some sort of steel. Oh, good. I can only hope this is a social visit.
Hello.
It's not.
Alright. So, he just like puts the sword down into a barrel of other swords. So, how can I help you?
Nearly 2 weeks ago, we received word about some vandalism that was going on at the graveyard of the fallen hero. We went to go and deal with it. However, when we arrived, there were no vandals or vandalism. Instead, there was several undead, which we then cleared out.
Right. He kind of perks up as soon as you say undead. Oh, sorry. I really cannot hear you, Candace. I'm sorry.
Hold on. This is as loud as it goes.
That is good.
Fantastic.
Like, don't forget, we can all turn you down on our ends. Don't worry about being too loud. Worry about being too
Well,
soft.
no, if I put it too high, I'll pop.
It's actually doing pretty good right now, to be quite honest. Alright, so what were you saying?
Oh, I was just saying that technically the undead were vandalized.
Good jurisdiction. Alright. So yeah, he perks up as soon as you say undead, just like... Alright, the Gravekeeper was kind of drunk. Those undead could be vandals. But... I already paid those 3 assholes who came to collect.
Yes, but I really, really, really need that money.
Right. So how about instead of...
Can't you just unpay them?
What? No,
That's,
not
the
how
money
that...
isn't the issue. It's...
Oh, it is not the issue. Then you can give us the money then.
Okay, you know what? Fuck it. We're expediting this. One of you stand in the circle.
I'll stand in the circle.
Alright. Alright. So there's this like small little like iron band that seems to be embedded into the floor that he's pointing to. You stand in the middle of it and he stands up. Just sort of like looks you in the eye. And what's everyone's passive perceptions? Actually, it's probably only going to be dancers.
60.
Oh, that's based on wisdom, right?
Yeah, it's basically just your wisdom modifier plus 10.
Okay, 11.
17.
Alright.
11.
Yeah, as I thought, Elenion will see this. As he stands up, he sort of tucks his left hand under his chest, kind of like doing the leaning on the desk sort of thing. And as he does it, he just lightly touches a small bubble that's on his wrist. And you can see that there's like these 12 sort of other colored bubbles, and he begins to just sort of swing around a circle until it eventually lands on one that looks white. He then lifts his hand over...
What are those?
He then just lifts his hand over to Armax and points it straight at him. So, tell me it straight. What happened at the graveyard of the fallen hero? And he's just like deadlocked onto you.
Well, so it started on a dark and stormy afternoon. We went into a graveyard. There were a series of ghosts. We'd encountered several zombies on the trail before. They were dispatched quite easily. Then when we came to the ghosts, they were very difficult. One of them cursed me, and I will die if I don't get the money. There were also terrifying dog monsters. Upon going deeper inside of the area, we noticed that the clouds were swarming into a green fog and were centering around the central tomb in the cemetery, where there was a masked figure who was trying to open or defile the graves, most likely to make a cheap and efficient army. Once that was completed, we dispatched of him. Another man came, and we struggled with him, but he most likely was able to get away by severing his right arm and having a undead bird take it.
There was also an illusion, or distortion. I'm not quite sure.
Hang on. Is that the whole story? Nothing else you want to add?
Am I forgetting anything?
In regards,
Any day now.
We didn't peek in the tomb.
oh yeah, we didn't do that.
Oh, and hope this kills you. And all of you can see him just tap the bauble again. And that circle you're standing in shoots up this small little wall of light surrounding Armax. And then you begin to see just these little sparks. Just like, as it seems to almost generate lightning. This hurts liars. Man, I hope you didn't touch it. 'Cause that's a big lie. Bye. And just in an instant, you just hear a crack of thunder as Armax is struck to no effect.
Aha, I am lightning proof.
This is amazing.
Okay, how the hell did you do that?
He clearly wasn't lying.
No. The lightning hit him and he was lying about something. But it was small. You lied about something stupid.
Does the thing catch, like, unconscious lies as well?
No. It's specifically designed to weed out people being an asshole.
Question: the dude we fought that talked, did he give a name, or did he just say "booga booga, I'm gonna get you"?
Mostly that.
I do not recall him saying a name.
So he didn't say anything important.
No,
Something
he
about-
did. He did say he was, you know. He did mention the frozen, the Emperor of the Frigid Calamity.
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna relay that without biting my tongue.
Yeah, sorry. It's like
It's okay.
so he's just currently frozen in armor. She's like, oh, you got one of those. Oh, fuck you. All right, fine, you're clear. Hold on. The what now?
He mentioned, I don't know if it was someone he worked for or knew, but yes, that might be an important fact that my friend forgot to mention, but did not lie, so it's okay.
We suspect Abgor, but
No, there's no way he's dead.
Well, so were the ones we fought, but
Hang on, any of you get bit or cut?
yes,
Yes.
a couple, but
Yeah.
I've been healing them the best I could.
We're bad
I
at
still
getting
should
hit.
see someone though.
Deep coughing.
wheezing.
Yes.
Feel like my insides are turning to dust.
Dying.
You said you fought undead. Just normal ass fucking people being disrespected or anything special?
No, there was definitely special.
There was this one guy. He was a skeleton with tentacles that lashed out and harmed people.
And we also got guardians, or the sort of things that feed off energy. Neutral, but one of us.
Oh, yeah.
It escalated.
Oh, and we fought an ogre that died here a couple of weeks ago. He was a doctor.
Why the hell did you put an ogre in there? Oh, fucking gravekeepers. Wait, hold on. If you fought him here,
Yeah.
you
remember
did
when-
burn the body, right?
Oh yes. There was much burnings to be had.
No. Let me confirm. You burnt it to ash.
Nope.
King. When will you people learn about seedlings? Oh, that's gonna be a pain in the ass.
We didn't learn about seedlings until after that first encounter.
I'm not giving you shit for the seed. I'm giving you shit because you left something that tends to come back every couple days in a graveyard. Thanks.
Oh, one of those.
I assumed that we had already beaten him to death. As he stopped standing up.
Well,
Yeah. But the Emperor of the Frigid Calamity tends to just like his guys to come back. He fucking grows them.
well,
Doesn't matter.
Anything I hit might not come back. I'm not sure, but possibly.
Once again, Ash. Once those damn things take root, they're like roots of a cockroach. It doesn't matter. Oh, it's just a couple days travel. Fuck, it's already come back. Alright, I'm gonna have to put a bounty on that thing. But describe to me the thing that was talking. What did it look like?
His arms were made of hands.
Hands on hands, like a plant, like a sprout. It looked natural, but at the same time, it gave us unease, right?
Definitely, it was weird. Very, very weird.
You smashed it.
Tried to. But
And
we
just
did.
Came back a few seconds later.
Oh no! He his body died, but he took a piece of one of the hands and threw it into the air, and we think it got away on an undead bird.
After he came back a few seconds later.
After he came back a few seconds later, correct? We tried to kill them.
For a man who's been stoic since you've met him, he just sort of like looks at all of you and just like, for a second, you can see his shoulders fall. Fuck, he's actually back. Alright, this just got upgraded. You follow me. If I see you touch a damn thing, you won't. And he just like walks past all of you.
I'm gonna follow him.
I followed the hell out of this guy.
I followed too, questioning why there are more bird people because she thought Max was the only bird person.
Oh, we run this world.
I don't think so.
You typically stay to the east, but that doesn't matter right now. Just stay on me. And he's gonna start going down the same hallway that you came from, but instead the big sort of like robust mahogany doors that had guards that shook you guys down the last time you were here. He just raises his hand and they not only open the door, but they sort of like clear out. Like with every sort of stomp this guy gives, who, for the record, is faster than Armax. He's keeping up with the rest of you. Just with every stomp, it's just like everyone who's not you guys just seems to know just get the hell out of the way. Servants, guards, even other heroes. Just like everyone steps clear as he leads you all into the sort of throne room-esque, though it doesn't seem to be used as that, as he opens the doors once again, and you can see that there's a large sort of like work surface. There's several bulletin boards up. There's multiple individuals. Many of them seem to be arcane casters that appear to be like just drawing information. Some of them are making marks on notes. Some of them seem to be duplicating documents. This looks like a war room. And at the head of it, you can see a very fair-looking, fiery redhead in what seems to be sort of half plate, half silk. But it's more function than formal. The Duchess. He just sort of like, he's just walking straight towards her. And the second he just like gets her, just like, hold. And he's gonna keep walking up. Just whisper something into her, just whisper something into her ear. And then they both just come back and just like, made of hands, you say?
Yeah, like a bad magic trick.
Had a voice that could sound like it could wake the dead?
Yeah, he did that.
Oh dear. I thought we still had another decade or so before the Cadaver Lord would come back. And he had Bill Bloody Bones with him. That means their whole damn crew survived, Horace. I know. That's why I brought him here. It's like, okay. Well, I thank you for the information. If you pass Horace's screening, then you guys are probably accurate. Oh. I guess you should probably be thankful for those vandals. If they hadn't caught our attention, who knows what the Cadaver Lord would have done.
Oh, I can make a guess. Speaking of things, I'm dying at this moment. Can you help with that?
It's like dying. You seem to be fine at the moment.
Well, that's you hear.
I ripped the necklace off
Yeah.
of the bird so they can see.
Oh god, that hurts every time.
Maybe we should probably.
Yeah. And again, your molting gray friend just reappears, just like, oh, specters. Unless the Grey learned some new tricks. Either way, tell you what, go to the Shrine of Integrity. Tell Deacon that I offer you his blessing. He'll know what it means. As for the meantime,
I quickly put the necklace back on so he doesn't die.
I immediately hug the person.
You don't get that close. You essentially just get into Horace's arms.
I hug Horace.
So that's where this owlbear comment came from. I don't think it fits. It just, like, pushes you off. It's like, well.
Still counts.
Alright, we don't... We'll have to recollect from those other... Well... That was just complicated. They actually did catch vandals. One of them actually did admit before he got hung. No matter. Horace, bring them one of my jewelry boxes. That should be enough. Like, as you wish. And he just, like, spreads his wings, and with a single flap that seems to make no noise, he's immediately off and down the hall. Just an unnerving speed to him. Well, well, you did fight him, so I suppose you are offered an explanation. Cadaver Lord. Or Lord Cavadar, as he was once known, was one of the defectors. Decided that immortality was better than morality. Joined Abgor's forces. Strong Arcanist, an even dangerous Lich. He popped back about 20 years ago. Decided to raise another sort of undead. Sea life. Took all of the ancient creatures that were in the Galapagos. That was not fun. There's a reason why we have countermeasures for krakens.
That sounds like a bad time.
Yeah, we've kind of gotten used to the city being depopulated at some point. We thought we still had more time. You would think taking a man and throwing him into a volcano of divine energy would have ended him.
He is obviously very resilient.
So is his little friend, Bill Bloody Bones. I don't know much about him, other than he has a fondness for ripping people apart. Not limb from limb, just whatever he can get a hold of. Right mad bastard. I would recommend not going anywhere near him again. Alright. So, they tried to... I'm sorry, what were they trying to do? Why that graveyard?
Well, they seem to be rather fond of the centermost grave. What's the big fancy grave in the center? Who is that?
Well, it's more ceremonial than actual grave. It's one of the few who was not able to be identified during the first siege from Abgor, almost 190 years ago. I don't know if he was special at all, to be quite honest. That's kind of why it's the unknown. What?
Well, the character sheet's changed, and now all my languages are gone. I don't remember what they
Go
were.
into your gear.
Oh yeah, they
I
that
did
changed
nothing.
recently. No, it's the same on mine. They changed the Roll20 character sheets.
What? Right.
Yeah, they if you look at like your proficiencies and shit like that in the or like your tool proficiencies, they changed it to be more like the spell list.
Oh. Well, unfortunately, I can't load it at the moment, but I'll take your word on it. That is weird.
Unfortunately, I don't know what my languages were, so now I have to choose new ones unless it saved them for me, because that's annoying as fuck.
Yeah, I just found a backup file I had for mine.
That's why I take photocopies of mine.
Yeah, I shouldn't have to. I've never had this problem before.
I mean, trusted technology. I don't know what to say.
What they did is good once we get it fixed, though. I like this update.
There's nothing. I don't see anything different.
Yeah, try to add a language.
You can't speak common anymore. Just burp.
No, commons are given except for a few individuals. All right.
It says your data is in the simple version that can be re-enabled from the settings tab of the character sheet.
Which does nothing.
Under
It
general
saves
options.
some of the stuff, but not
Great.
all of it.
Yeah, there's nothing there when I go there.
All right.
And
well,
it doesn't help me to add a language if I don't remember what my languages were.
I fixed mine. It's under the general options when you push the gear.
And
Under
mine's
feats and traits, it'll say
blank. There's
compendium
nothing
compatible or simple. So you just click it and put in simple, and it'll go back to the way it was.
Yeah, there's nothing there. I'm telling you, I've been there like 4 times. There's nothing there at all. It just says general options. Nothing comes up.
Oh, weird.
yeah. Well, I can tell you that I did not do this. I haven't touched this thing.
No. This is totally Roll20.
Yeah. Like I didn't set this up for auto update either.
Oh,
Nah,
no.
it was probably we probably had it on auto update.
Well, I speak all languages now, so I mean that's the thing, right?
Do you speak baby?
Of course I do.
Come
Of course,
on.
AB wants to be named. God, what was his name?
Oh yeah, there's a lot changed here. All right, hold on. Setting up my general. All right. Okay, I'm getting distracted. I do not see general anywhere.
Is it that little gear?
It's the rightmost. Yeah. So go to your settings tab. On the rightmost, there's a thing that says general options. The one right above it is ammo tracking, and the one right above that is proficiencies and languages.
Ah, okay.
Place. So you click on the compendium compatible, and then there's the other option of simple. Click on that one.
That's just so annoying. Why not just leave it the way you had it? Like, it didn't make you automatically update to these sheets when they came out, so why make you automatically update to crappier sheets?
Because then you wouldn't be able to update to iOS 11.
Yeah, the auto update is just that's going to be our burden. Right, I can't do this because two people in the same sheet kind of just drive it crazy. You do not speak that. Sen, stop that. All right.
He
Fuck, unless
speaks everything.
He also knows
Where
comprehend
was-
language. He can technically speak everything.
Whatever.
All right.
Doesn't matter.
Uh,
Spells are fine, so we're good.
Well, I'll just say for the purposes of this, Horace then comes back, and he does have a jewelry box with him. It's about 2 feet square. And just sort of like sets it down in front of you with a satisfying thud. I do hope this is. I hope this is a. I hope you mean this, ma'am. It's like, it's fine, Horace. They've done well for us. We've heard. We need to keep our knights well fed, right? Yes, ma'am. Alright, please. We'll deal with whatever else happened, but in the meantime, she just sort of gestures at the chest. A token of our gratitude. Please use it in good health. Stop. Alright, there's now a chest in front of you.
Will it fit in? Is the whole chest ours? Are we supposed to take a piece?
No, I'm giving this to you.
Oh.
The chest is only a few silver. I'm not worried about it.
Well, thank you. It is a very lovely box. I open the box.
That's rude to open it in front of.
Will it fit in the bag of holding?
Yes.
Okay. Let's just put it in the bag of holding for now.
We've gotten bigger boxes. This is not
Bigger
impressive.
boxes to fry.
Well, the last time there was a bigger box, I miscalculated. But no, that will fit the bag of holding. Although, as soon as you go to pick it up, you're not sure if it's heavy enough for it. As you have to fight with all of your strength to just, like, lift it a couple inches off the ground.
A little help here?
I go and help.
Alright,
I got this.
alright, then you knit strength check with, or athletics with advantage. Because you are getting help. You're able to lift it and sort of like shoulder it on your back, but even you, it's fucking heavy. Like, this thing weighs more than you do.
I'll carry the box.
That would be hilarious. Like, I would just roll damage, just and cut the middleman out.
That was the end of Old Man Amarant.
Lifted a jewelry box, died on the spot.
This thing's got to be really heavy because I can carry a lot.
I mean, no, you're able to carry it, but you feel the weight of it. Like, it is not currently slowing you down, but a lesser man, it would.
Well,
Wait a minute. If I look up, is Aramax on top of the box?
Oh yeah, he's still trying to open it.
I throw him off.
My hip.
I mean, you're good for the
Duchess,
moment. Yes.
while we have your ear, I do want to inform you that we have a lead on something that could potentially turn the tide in this fight against Abgor. However, in order for us to look into it, we have to make a trip to the Emerald Glades and may be gone for some time.
All right. I mean, you are free to do as you please. All of this is only just to ensure that you do some good. I mean, they can defend themselves, but if you have other business, far be it from us to hold you.
It's the same business. We're just looking towards less surviving and more trying to end this once and for all.
She just sort of like gives a small chuckle. It's like, and you go with my blessing, Hunter. And I do hope you find something we haven't.
one quick question.
Yes.
Do you know anything about Tharzadoon?
Only dirty limericks. I'm afraid he was buried almost, I want to say 100 years ago.
There any records of that?
None that I can recall. Although checking the Quartz Lyceum might pull up something. They're the best track records we have, unless they're bills. And even then, you'd have to go through Zip to do that.
Wonderful.
Fantastic.
The hassle.
Well,
Begins walking away.
okay. Well, stay safe, young knights. We need all the help we can get. Also, Zach, your knife is still here.
Oh, good, you found it! Thank goodness.
Yeah, it's literally on the windowsill.
Do I
I love
want to know?
that.
Oh, he was helping me install a cell phone booster.
Oh, because I was like, what are you guys doing with knives in the window?
We couldn't figure out a way to open it.
Yeah, we couldn't get the screen out of there. It's literally bracketed into place.
Yeah, but we managed to get it, and so yeah, you have your blade here. Right.
Anyway, so we leave.
Mm-hmm. And so where are you guys trying to go?
Well, I would like to go to the doctor.
I will help Birdman to the doctor.
I'm gonna take the necklace off of the Birdman before
Question.
we get to the doctor, because that'd be a wasted spell.
All right. Well,
Can I survive that?
I presume you do it closer to the shrine.
Yeah, no, I imagine, like, bye, have a good time, goes to
Yeah,
school.
I have to get cured of my thing permanently as well, so I will also be to the shrine.
What thing do you have?
I got stabbed. And I know the paladin...
Oh no! Both of you made it. Both of you made a recovery from that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, the grave rat's gone. You made Constitution saving throws for that.
It was not a grave rot.
Well, it was nicknamed grave rat.
That's fair. That would have been a version of it, though. Ayaja, I don't have my notes in front of me, so bear with me. Ayaja would have known that it's not specifically that, because she would have been able to detect it and cure it. This was something different.
Yeah, something that took time to cure, not just an instant boom.
And wasn't nullified by the necklace.
Yep.
But you make your way down, and it is another long-ass walk, and it. Man, that thing is fucking heavy. It is just cutting into the back of your neck right now. Just, like, it's not so much that it hurts, it's just so much that it stings now. Like, you know there's going to be a nice, even crease for there for, like, an hour.
I get a little annoyed, so I Enoch Chuck.
Okay. Alright, this is going to be fun. Give me a D100.
What's in the box?
What's
You
in
haven't
the
decided
box?
I mean, you were going to open it, and then you just decided to pick it up. But yeah, no, I need a D100 from you in it. Alright. So, it's... You once again just do your, the song of your people, which I think at this point now just sounds like, We Are the Champions, just stomping it out on these staircases. And as you grow into a tremendous size, you can all sort of look down the staircase, and you can see that the streets are kind of emptying out at this point. Fairly quickly, and there's more than a couple of individuals wearing only a little bit of green and purple that are currently stationed right around here. What's your marching order?
Question: can we just flash our badge?
I mean, you can. But what's
I'm
your
looking
marching
it
order?
up.
I imagine that I was probably near the front of the line due
And I
to
would be next
wanting
to
to be
him
cured.
because I have the collar in hand, but I put it back on in case he's getting sick.
All right. That should work. Right. So yeah, so you get down, and unfortunately, it. Wait, no, is enlarged 10 minutes or 1 minute?
10, I think. Hold on.
Yep.
Just one.
All right. Okay, this is good. So yeah, so with your larger steps, you're actually able to just step down larger parts of the staircase, kind of chipping a few pieces of it along the way. But you still don't make it the whole way down doing that. But you do get significantly in front of them. And as you get down to the bottom, you can see there's a 4x4 block of different guards. So they're sort of hands on their hilts at the ready. And the one in front of them is a very familiar dark green skinned, iron banded, forward fanged looking big motherfucker. Who just sort of stares down at you, Unit.
Is he challenging me?
No. But he's just gonna come up and just boy, now under no circumstance should you do that again. We've had a problem with giants in the past. I know you have. I'm full orc and it took me a while just before they'd stop trying to stab me. But pull that shit again on those stairs, or anywhere in this city, and I'll bury you. And I'll assure you it'll be shallow, regardless of your size. Warning. Just sort of turns around and is alright, mooks, back to your posts. It's just an asshole arcanist. And they just start filtering out.
There's a height required. There's a maximum height for this place, right?
Well, they should put that at the entrance so I didn't see it.
That was the gate.
Does it say clearance level only it's 11 feet instead of 16?
No, but you do see signs that say beware of giants.
No shirts, no shoes, no trying to get service if you can't fit through the front door.
Oh, that could have been much worse. Thank goodness for 1 minute casting time. Alright.
Wait, the casting time?
Or 1 minute duration.
Duration. I was about to say, that'd be useless then.
Oh, I'm gonna rear up a fastball for you.
Alright. Well,
Alright, so let us make it to the place.
yeah. Making your way to the Shrine of Integrity, which it's very quick now that there's no traffic. Anywhere.
If I knew to clear streets and make travel faster, all I had to do was become a giant. I would have done this earlier.
I recommend not doing that again.
I think I can take that guy.
I don't
He was bigger than you.
I want to watch if you do it.
Let me put this clearly. You can take that guy as much as I can take that guy.
Well, I'll turn him into 1/8 of his size. He'll be teeny tiny.
You still can't take him.
Well,
Fine, I'll make you bigger.
and making him bigger too.
I just raise my hands up and walk into the main building.
Yeah. And walking in, you do. Right. Hold on, I'm just gonna. Sorry, just gonna get some change. All right. So walking into the Shrine of Integrity, it is, it's looking a lot better than the last time you were here. The statue has been put back up. There's more candles, here and there. And you do find a very familiar blue skin, very fuzzy, bright red, punchable nose just sweeping in the middle of the floor.
Fuzzy, I need your help.
Fuzzy, people here for you.
Okay, I need you to act professional, and I need you to cure me of my old age.
They want you to be professional? By the
You're
way,
right.
who's Fuzzy?
You're right. I was asking far, far too much. Fix me.
Oh. Ooh, you look bad. Did a slime do this? I didn't think we had them.
No, a specter did it to me.
Oh.
And I need you. Stop looking at that candle. I need you to fix it.
Oh, I can't do that.
The Duchess has given us her blessing.
Oh, good for you. I don't get those very often.
Well, she said for you to give us your blessing.
Is there anyone else
Guns
here?
tight.
That might be more suited, not that you're not adorable, but who else is here?
Oh, you mean Deacon.
Yes, Deacon, thank you, dear.
Deacon's downstairs performing a ritual.
How long will that take?
I don't know. He said it would depend on the quality of the materials that I got him.
And the quality was...
Ooh, I got best materials. I got butterflies. I got gypsum weed. The problem is we didn't have many spirits.
Well, you should have
What?
been with us a few days ago, Drats.
You don't know
wait,
what the word quality means.
Wait, I get this confused. Deacon drinks spirits. I needed alcohol.
Oh, I have plenty of that. I have
Ooh.
and she'll just take out the little thing she has. I never use it, if you want it.
Ooh, it's okay. We got enough purified alcohol as it is.
Alright, if you don't want endless booze, that's your choice.
Ooze. That's the same word those people over at the Salty Cup said. When I was asking around for alcohol, they said to get booze. I didn't know what it meant, but it definitely smelled like alcohol. And Deacon needed the purest I could find, and they said it was made yesterday.
God dropped you on your head, didn't he?
My father's not named God.
I walked past him to the deacon.
I look over to Bran and ask, is he always like this?
Yes.
I try to be helpful. Deacon is downstairs
I
performing
think
the ritual.
he has some kind of mental issue.
You
She
need a brain to
whispers.
have mental problems.
I think he's precious.
I've never seen my
Ugh.
brain. I don't know where I'd put it. Oh, my pocket.
I just start walking away from the stupidity and
just walk.
following the bird.
Just walk away from him. Just walk away from him. He is far too cheerful.
Oh. I love making you guys come here. All right. Well, you do see the staircase that you once brought Chuck into, and that seems to be the only other set of rooms where anyone could be. And looking down there, you can smell something. Smells very much like incense and a brewery.
Do I see anyone down there?
It is dark, though you can hear someone cursing.
I go towards the cursing.
All right, making your way down the sort of modest little staircase, you find that there's actually a pretty sizable basement here. You can see that there's different, like, duplicates of statues, broken statues, ends upon ends of different jars. It seems to be sort of like a preserves. And you can see in the back, there's a door slightly ajar that seems to have a weird light coming off of it. It's very sort of gold and shiny.
Is the door unlocked?
You don't know. You don't know.
I test the doorknob.
All right. But really? Let's sigh. All right. You go to open the door, and the second you start pulling it, you're immediately knocked flat and then pushed as this entire sea of what looks to be golden syrup is now just cascading out of the room. And you're just being whisked away.
This is how I die.
Let's see.
Can I try to stand?
Right. Well, you take 1 bludgeoning damage as you hit the chandelier in the room, and then you're just continuously pushed out. Make an athletics check. Now, did anyone else go with them?
I did.
All right. Well, then I'd say you'd have a chance to just sort of like duck out of the way of this. Because yeah, he was the one like at square. Yeah. Sorry, Armax. You try to stand up, and it's like a child getting up in the middle of a slip and slide. Just oh shit! Oh fuck!
I just wanted to be healed. Why does everyone hate me?
It's like the Great Molasses Flood over 100 years ago. Killed so many.
What is this gold stuff? Is it molasses?
Well, to those of you who didn't go down there, you're immediately sort of jostled as this sea of golden fluid with a very large old-looking bird in it just pours in out of the staircase and goes straight up.
Can it be an amber fluid, not golden fluid? Because this is just wrong.
It looks akin to molten gold. I'll say that. But yeah, Armax, you are currently just being pushed. You're currently just being pushed with it at this point, just bumping into a couple different rafters until you're starting to coagulate onto the ceiling.
Excuse me, this isn't good for his condition. Hello?
Ooh. I didn't know Deacon could do that. This looks fun. I'm gonna go jump into.
No, you stay away from me, you bastard.
Oh, okay. Deacon? It's like...
Deacon's probably dead.
I start walking around looking for him.
And you see an individual who, like the fluid, seems to be on the ceiling of the staircase, who's using a stick to sort of just like brace himself against the fluid. It's like, I wanted alcohol. Like for swabs. Not gin! I wasted diamonds on this. You bright purple piece of shit! What are the rest of you looking at?
Are you the deacon guy?
Can you help me?
He needs healed. Go do it.
I am Deacon.
Heal him.
I'm upside down, thank you very much.
I would like to try to drag Deacon to not the upside down.
You are on the ceiling.
Deacon, swim to me.
Hang on. Just... right. Bork! Yes, sir. Bork. Go swim in the fountain. Yes, sir. And just like, he just starts running off. I fucking hate that
Why
guy.
would you even trust that thing to run errands for you?
Because he's free.
Yeah, but
Ugh.
he doesn't eat... I don't trust him to save toilet paper, and you sent him to go get alcohol.
He didn't pay for it, so... Guy knows how to get what he needs.
We're gonna find out he's a serial killer, aren't we?
I don't even think that guy could make cereal. Hang on. He just sort of like reaches up and grabs a bit of like the golden like fluid. Sorry, Josh. And sort of just like whispers something. And in an instant, everything stops. He pushes himself off to stand on the staircase, and then lets go. And Armax, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, as all of this golden stuff now seems to turn to sand and just fall. It takes you a moment, but you do just sort of open up your wings, just like sort of catch yourself slightly. As now this entire shrine is just covered in about a half a foot of sand. Very bright, beautiful, golden colored sand.
Ooh, pretty.
Looks like an hourglass factory exploded in here.
I was trying to fix my hourglass.
Oh, and you won't have any problems now.
I'm gonna pick up some of the sand and put it in a pocket.
I'm going to explain to Deacon what has happened in the shortest summary of words that I can think of.
All right. I can't disagree with her. Just come over here for a second.
I come over there for a second.
He sucks you in the gut. Be healed.
What?
As the pain of getting just kidney punched wafts over you, you then feel this like sort of like warm fuzziness take over. And the rest of you can see the the like bright light that's emanating off of this punch just sort of like wipes the gray off of Aramax.
Well, hell, I could have done that.
Wow.
Wish I did do that.
I'm young and beautiful again. You are the greatest man in the world. I will kill that guy for you so many times.
Hold on to that thought. Now, anything else I can help you with?
You didn't want a regular booze, I understand, but you might need a drink now, right? Honestly, I'm just trying to get rid of this. I don't like temptation, so if we could just take this. And she literally just walks up to him and tries to put it in his hand. Take it.
Last time someone gave me alcohol, I almost drowned in hourglass fluid. Thank you. Good night. I need to clean this up. I bet I could convince him it's all sugar and he could eat it.
You probably could.
The worst that could happen is he survives.
I'm getting the brown sugar. You can see yourselves out. Just like, sort of just walks down the staircase again, stick in hand.
The hell was he doing to an hourglass?
Did he break it?
I don't think it really matters to us.
I think we should get out of here. I think there's a gas leak in this place.
I just don't want to see that assistant come back.
Oh, God. He's naked in the fountain.
So, we're leaving now.
And we're walking, and we're walking.
Yep.
We're walking, and we're repressing, and we're repressing.
Right. And yeah, the streets have started to get a little more full now. There's even a small little congregation that seems to be looking at the weird sand that is pouring out of the shrine. A couple of them give you a weird eye, but then as soon as one of you flashes a badge, they just like, oh.
I wave hello.
They go back to looking at the sand. You can see like there's a couple of kids there just trying to put it in a pouch and just take it. It's like, and yeah, you were correct. As soon as you get to the town square, there is a very naked, fuzzy, purple-looking thing with a bright nose who is sitting on the top part of the fountain where the water's coming out and is just spitting water everywhere.
Right.
God is dead and we killed him.
Which one?
Doesn't matter.
Let's go to the bright cauldron.
Yeah.
All right,
Please,
then.
I don't want to see this anymore.
Yeah, no, let's repress this memory and never speak of it again.
All right. Well, it doesn't take too much. As you all travel down as four of you now, traveling down the sort of like quasi-magical business end of town, passing by questionable confectionaries, which, where a lot of places still have like the green smoke coming off of it, it specifically has a white smoke just pouring out of its chimney. Passing by Marvin's Castle of Cardinal Cakes, and installing for time so I can reload it. Alright.
If you're stalling for time, we could look in the chest real quick, see what's actually in there.
Yeah, I'm still carrying this thing.
Well, opening it up, you find that it is jammed, packed with silver. Like, to the
Again?
gills.
What is it with this place in silver?
That's very common now that I think about it. But no, this is not. This is just like. This is like coin silver. Like, these are silver pieces.
So we can go to maybe convert it to platinum and then have less to deal with, or gold or something.
I don't know where we would do that, as they did it with banks some time ago. Hopefully we'll empty out quite a bit in here.
Why don't we just go on a huge shopping spree and buy everything?
That's kind of what I'm talking about. Our last encounter made it very obvious that we need at least a few magical weapons, perhaps a few other magical items paired with them.
But could we please keep the bird from buying something?
Hey, I bought the best thing in the group. Isn't that right, my emulated friend?
No, I can't say that I would agree with that. Oh, we're not talking to. Let's go inside.
Aramex, how many patches do you have left on that thing?
Oh, I got like a ton. I've got like 9 goddamn ladders. I've got some dogs. Do you want dogs? Because I can give you 2 dogs right now.
No, I'm good. No dogs.
Sure?
I'm sure.
Because they're there. Yeah, I also got an iron door. And 20 gems. I have not torn that one.
I don't know. That's why I was asking. It's like
You've
how many
never
patches?
used any of those.
Okay, I should like to. I just immediately rip up the 20 gems. And I hand it to Unit.
Does that say how much they're worth?
Nope.
Alright, hold on.
Just says times 2, 10 gems.
Yep. Alright, sorry, looking it up.
Looking in whispers here.
So 200 gold pieces worth.
Bam!
Not bad.
We got some more money.
Because you were so low on it.
I also got some sacks, some hemp rope, a 10-foot pole, steel mirror, bullseye lantern, 2 daggers, 10-foot cube pit, 24-foot wooden 3 24-foot wooden ladders, an iron door, 2 mastiffs, and a partridge in a pear tree.
Dang it, you stole my joke.
Yeah.
He's been bitching about that thing for months.
I am waiting. I am begging you to just bring one situation where I can use these fucking ladders. Because outside of a wrestling match, I can't think of a reason to use ladders.
You're gonna break your wing and be stuck in a hole, and just not have that ladder.
It's an anti-flying hole
Yep, you never know.
that's 23 feet tall.
We're gonna go inside.
Right?
Yes,
Where's-
inside.
Dragging
Where's our
your
favorite
heavy
friend?
chest. It's like, well, you enter into the, once again, lively shop, and you do see Wodalo just sort of like polishing a couple books in the back. It's like, my friends. Oh, new faces.
I
New
wave
face.
and say hi really loud.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance. As you see this very nicely dressed looking dark-skinned elf dark-skinned elf. Just like, with just sort of like these sort of very dark black eyes, but very soft features. So, my friends, can I interest you in some athlete's foot cure, or maybe a stealth-ruffling coat. I do have some vacation stones fresh in stock. Or maybe an endless watering can?
What magical items or weapons do you have?
Most of what I told you was magical. In fact, I don't think there's a damn thing here that isn't magical.
Well, I mean, then what weapons and items do you have, good sir?
Yeah, can you show us the good stuff?
Yes.
Yeah, can you show us the basement things?
Do we need to show you our badge again?
Just hers.
I pull it out and shine it and wiggle it in his face.
One of these days, I'm going to try and refeed this rule, because I do not like it. Fine, give me a second.
Before we go down there,
Eh?
for the new people, couple of rules. Rule number 1, don't touch anything without his permission. Rule number 2, his room is very powerful and very special. Don't be an asshole to him. Rule number 3, do not touch anything without his permission.
I would listen to that man. He knows what he's talking about.
You forgot rule number 4. Bring plenty of ladders.
Oh yes. Bring
Yes.
plenty of money. Oh wait, ladders.
The hell? I've already have an endless ladder. Why would I need another? I can't even sell the first one.
I wonder why. Stares indignantly at ladder.
Your sarcasm. It is remembered. And just like goes over to that little potted plant he had, turns it upside down, and the beaded curtain that you entered into just slams down into the floor, just driving these iron spikes in. The windows take on that very sort of glossy sheen, and the staircase in the back that was leading up now drops to lead down. Alright, come with me.
This is fancy.
It's the only good thing your badge can do.
Ooh.
It is a declaration of honor. It is not actually a title. I do not know why you keep thinking it is. Regardless. Come.
Wait a
Alright.
minute, don't I know this guy?
Yes, you do.
Did he pretend he didn't know me, or?
No, he just said that I misspoke and said friendly new faces, and he said new face.
Okay.
Because yeah, he needed to see her badge and her badge alone.
Gotcha.
Alright. So leading back down to the very familiar staircase, you're again welcomed into a pitch black room that seems to have just sort of isolated spotlights everywhere. Some of them are on cases, some of them are just sort of like focused on a single object that's just hovering in air. There's one sort of not so much concession stand, but just for like, I don't know what to call it, like desk front basically, where he's been conducting most of his business. Though the one thing you do notice is on your way in, you all kind of almost trip over something that's in the darkness but not being lit. This just sort of like iron barrel looking thing that's just there in the floor. So, what can I do, my friends?
Show me the good stuff.
You know, I really hate that phrase. I really do. You make it sound like the rest of my stuff is crap.
The first thing we are looking for are magical weapons. We recently had an encounter with several undead inspectors, and we're looking to ante up.
Weapons. It's always with weapons. Get for the
Protection
ones you...
would do, maybe some sort of garb or potions or something like that, in case we run into more undead, which we probably will.
If you're looking for liquid refreshment, go talk to the gnome. I cannot sell that shit.
Oh, or garb, either or.
You got that? I may actually have something in that. It's in the light over there. And
Oh,
you
how
can
much?
see- Go ahead.
Sorry, how much do we owe on that amulet, by the way? I can't remember. Did we write it down?
I know it's written down somewhere.
Ran.
I'm looking.
It was also in chat. I made sure to put it in there just for my sake. You're talking about the... Wait, I thought you bought the amulet.
I thought we bought the amulet and put a 50 gold down deposit on the finesse charm.
Yes, you put it definitely on the charm.
We put deposit on 2 different things. Oh wait, the ring, not the amulet. The ring.
The ring. That's what.
Enrique's quills.
It was 50 gold on the ring and 50 gold on the charm.
Yeah, that was just to hold on to him for a couple months. You still got time on those.
That means Chuck has the amulet. God damn it.
Did you?
No,
No,
we did
you
not.
never gave it to him.
No.
Oh, then
I am
it's
currently
in the bag.
holding. Yeah.
Could you re-explain that amulet real quick? Because can't remember what it did. It added like 1 AC and then like spikes or something.
The amulet of body blades. Nope, not an accent. Basically, what it did is it covered your body and it allows you to cast a spell that covers your bodies in iron spikes for a minute. While these spikes are active, you increase your AC by 1. And if you are grappled or grappling, you do a D4 damage at the beginning of every round. So it was basically tailor-made for Chuck.
Thordak might like it.
Maybe.
We'll figure out something to do with it.
How much was left on it? I know we only paid 50 on it, but I can't remember what we settled on. Was it 14 or something?
No, it was the ring was the one we put down. We already own the amulet.
You own the
Yeah,
amulet.
I keep forgetting that.
Yeah, Enrique's quills, the imbuement ring of Enrique's quills, that's what you still need to pay for. That's it,
Well, how
I'm
much
still
was
fine to hold
that?
on to it. Hold on, I need to refind it. Like, I've been moving houses, so it's just... Oh, hold on.
Could you also maybe post a catalog? Because his accent's kind of hard for me to understand.
I drop the accent once I say something interesting.
Yeah, sorry. I'm horrible.
No, it's perfectly alright. He's a businessman. You not being able to understand him makes him better. It's like... Crap, I do not have it, but it was... I want to say it was like 800. No, the charms were 800.
Right.
The ring was 1200. Yeah. Just putting that in chat for my sake.
Right.
But yes, I did manage to acquire a few new things. As much as I hate it, I do actually have weapons. It's one of the few times that you've actually caught me, and that's been relevant.
Can we see the weapons?
Show the lady the weapons.
Alright. Yes. Alright. I mean, the Enrique's wheels is technically a weapon, even if it is just a spell of imbuement. I still have the iron net. I can't sell the damn thing. I do still have the troll arm. Or troll rod. It's not fancy, but having an animated troll arm at your disposal can be quite useful.
Ew.
Excuse me.
Sorry, just not my type of thing.
I'm afraid to say that you're new, so you are forgiven. I do not like weapons. I like to remove them from the street. That is my job in life. I buy them from whenever some moron decides to pick them up, and I see to it that they're either sent to Tarim or destroyed.
Ah.
The shop is just to finance me removing weapons. I am not an arms dealer. I am an arms dearmer.
But you do sell an arm, so it makes you an arms dealer.
Ha ha.
Would that mean he wants people to be armless?
I saw the button there. No. Stop. Bad. Okay. The one big weapon that I do have is I have the Scimitar of the Wily Sultan. it is on the expensive side, but... And he's like, pulls out this beautiful gold scimitar that just has like these large, like, not fist size, but like palm sized gems inlaid into it. Like there's beautiful parts of silver that are overcut areas. It has a nice scabbard that is also like covered in gems. This is it is an odd thing, because it was made by someone who should not have had arcane capabilities. But should you expend some of your own magical properties into it, it can then transform them into physical damage. Okay, spells for power. Personally, I think that is a good deal, but everyone has their own, and everyone keeps bitching about my prices. Yeah, go on, here, take a swing with it, eh?
How much for the sword? Scimitar, excuse me.
It's alright, it is a sword. You need not apologize. Let's see, let me double check my books. For that, I am looking at 7,000. I am trying to get these things off the street for a reason.
I immediately place it back down on the table because there's no way in hell I could afford that.
Is there any way we could get a discount? Maybe help you get some weapons off the street?
I'm afraid I am pretty good at that, but I remember the offer. This is kind of a powerful thing. I do not want it to fall into random hands. If you have the money for it and you have the badge, that proves to me that you are not some common lowlife. Or you're powerful enough that if I don't sell it to you, you'd kill me anyway. So...
Wait, so we can kill him?
You are not powerful enough. So stop that.
Was that a challenge?
Stony! And you just... And you again see the stairway that behind you just close within these two gigantic fists. As the room sort of lights up a little, and behind him you can see a very large dwarven-esque face just sort of like stare at you all within the wall. It's about 6 by 6 tiles, if we're gonna go from D&D perspective.
This guy gave me a bomb vest, and he's trying to capture me in here.
You didn't buy that from him.
I don't remember where I got it. I have a bomb vest.
I don't think a bomb vest would be the biggest problem here.
Yeah.
I'll blow up his entire shop.
I think that is a bad idea.
Did I miss it?
I just put my...
I stepped away for literally like 3 seconds.
I'm just going to put my hands over his mouth and just be like, he's being sarcastic. He'd have to be an idiot to want us all to die here. He'd at least give...
I would not kill all of you. I can tell that it is him doing this. And besides, it would not work.
You said something about protection? Something you had in that vein?
Oh, yes, actually. This one is a little simpler. It is a shield of absorbing. It allows you to take in magical attacks, and then, should you wish to release them, you can then send them back at an attacker.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And any magical effect, like a charm or a curse, perhaps?
It unfortunately has to hurt you. You essentially take the suffering of the spell and inflict it back upon who sent it. Or anyone else. You just need to do it within about 8 hours or so.
Right, and how much for that?
Let's see. This one I could probably part for about 2,400.
I'm just gonna go wait over there, and she'll just start looking for a chair that's probably not here.
You have anything that could help make me faster?
faster, faster. It's typically more than gnome's territory. Faster, faster. Sorry, I'm just looking through my analog. Not very much. I'm afraid. I do have some sneaky things. As for going faster.
About the sneaky things.
What kind of sneaky things you got?
I do have a spy fly. It essentially works as a floating sensor, but it's a physical object, so it's a lot harder to detect. Granted, it is also a magic object, so if they do find it, they can just destroy it. I do also have a pair of seeing stones. Essentially, each stone works like an eye. You hold one, and you can see off the other. It's pretty nice if you want to separate. Or if you want to make sure that no one's trying to rob your store. Let's see. I do have a timepiece that works in between planes. So you don't, lose track of time.
Is it shiny?
Absolutely. Assuming you think copper is shiny.
Oh yes, copper is quite shiny. So this will keep time through all times?
Essentially, you set it to the time that you want to track, and it will always track that time. Granted, it will not protect you against any effects that modify time, but I mean that is for you to decide.
So if I was to say absentmindedly wander into a different time zone, I would be able to notice that?
No, you would just know what time it was when you left.
It sounds like a watch.
Yes, but it is not affected by other planes.
I'll give you $1.
Great. I do have a... Ow, reverb. I do... Yeah, if you can afford the 2400, I don't see how you can afford this. But I'll throw it anyway. I have a Rod of Undoing. When attuned to this rod, you can undo an action. Actually rewind time and prevent you from failing.
Yeah, how much is that?
This is expensive. I'm just going to warn you up front.
No.
It is 10,000 gold pieces.
So you just don't want to sell it?
I don't want this falling into the wrong hands.
I'm gonna start counting how much silver is in that chest.
Make an intelligence check. What did I say about the scimitar? I don't have my notebook in front of me, so it's killing me.
It was like 7,000 gold pieces.
Oh.
And you put spell slots into it for power.
Yeah, ostensibly, it's a magic weapon. That is a scimitar, so all the features of a scimitar. And if you spend a spell slot, you can essentially charge it up. And it has 5 gems on it. For every spell slot level you give it, it activates a stronger gem. So it's D4, D4, then a D6, and a D8 on an attack by expending the gem. And it goes all the way up to a 5th level spell. Also, each of the gems does a different elemental type. So it's good for getting over resistances in a pinch, and if you don't care about spell slots, well, it's kind of nice to have something that's very versatile. And, alright, Bran?
Yes.
You essentially just, like, move the coins around and figure how deep it is and just do a quick back. You figure there's at least 10,000 gold pieces in that chest. Well, 10,000 gold pieces worth in silver. Okay. Like, it's ostensibly a 2x2 foot block of silver.
Is the scimitar considered a magic weapon without using a spell slot on it?
Yes. It is at base value, it is a magic weapon. But if you pump spells into it, it then becomes magic weapon that can also that when you spend a charge can do extra damage. It's essentially the arcane version of Divine Smite.
So you can use the charge after you hit something.
Yes, it is after you hit, not if you're trying to hit. So if you whiff, you don't lose it.
Is it an action to charge it up?
Yes, but you can't charge as many charges as you can. So it's not one per gem. It's one action to just fill it.
Oh, I got
Is there a time limit on how long the charge lasts? Like if I put, say, 5 charges in it, it doesn't last till the next day or
24
only an hour
hours.
or something?
24 hours for all of it. But if you do charge it up again, then that'll reset it. Or not reset it, but keep the timer going.
Refreshes it, okay.
Yeah.
I kind of want it.
It is also a very nice looking scimitar. I mean, let's see. Other things that I have. I do have some magic gauntlets in case you want to pick something up that you've thrown that's made of metal. Wait, no, hold on. My apologies. It doesn't have to be metal. It is just an object that is not being carried. Just pick it up back into your hands.
Like gloves are returning?
Basically. I do still have an arrow of teleportation, if you're interested in that.
Do you have any armor here?
Oof.
Or anything that would enhance some spells?
Yeah. I'm afraid currently in my shop I do not. Yeah. Unfortunately, the best thing I have for spells, your friend carries now. But I do have the imbuement ring for Enrique's quills. So let's see what else. Cloth of 1,000 Shapes, magnetic gauntlets, rod of undoing, the scimitar. Yeah. I'm afraid I've been doing my job too well. I'm keeping a very light ship.
How much money do we have in the party bank?
We've got 1,300.
You sure?
That's what it says in the bag of holding. 100 platinum pieces, 300 gold pieces.
If you need money, I have around 500. You can use as much as you like.
And we got like 10,000 gold worth of silver?
Yeah, the chest is essentially worth 10,000 gold.
I don't know. I mean, there are some things here that sound okay, but if I'm honest, the only ones that really sound worth the price that's been put on them is the scimitar and the wand of undoing.
I would agree.
I would agree as well.
What kind of discount could I get on the scimitar?
I do not know. What type of discount do you have?
The Frequent Flyers Club?
The discount of friendship?
I have a punch card to a frozen yogurt place on the other continent. It's got 4 punches. The next punch, you get a free frozen yogurt.
And it's still there after you threatened to blow up my shop.
It's frozen yogurt, though.
You threatened to blow up his shop?
You threatened to blow up a shop.
I threatened to blow up everyone's shop.
Yeah, we've noticed that really... We don't go over to very many shops.
Okay. You are going on a list. I am writing your name down.
Can I be exempt from that list?
sure.
The arrow of teleportation, that's a one and done thing, right?
Double checking. I do not believe it is. You just have to go find it. Oh, nope, it is one and done, I'm afraid. I was thinking of the arrow of plane shifting. I mean, that said, the arrows are not exactly expensive.
How expensive are they?
They're 100 gold pieces each.
And how many arrows do you have?
I currently have 7. No, I will warn you, they do only have a range of 100 feet. So it's more good for getting over structure than, far away.
Right. Do you have a ring of slowfall?
No, but I should. I might know a guy who has one who shouldn't have it. I will look into this.
I would appreciate that.
Somebody get him to not take 7,000 for their sword.
You have heard him repeat constantly that he hates magic weapons.
Tell me, why do you hate magic weapons so much?
Because they are destructive. Why in the hell would you give something destructive that could just be wielded by anyone?
Well, that's the trick.
How can you not trust us by now? We bought so many things from you, and we...
You just threatened to blow up my shop to take my things.
Yes, but did I? And how many bad things have we done with the stuff we bought from you? You want to keep them away from bad people, but yet we're not bad people. So why do you not want to let us have these weapons?
Because if you expire, they could be anywhere. If you prove you have the money, that's proof that you cannot die that quickly. That is proof that if I gave them to you, they probably won't fall into anyone else's hands.
But if you don't sell them to us, then we're gonna die anyway.
What if I can prove to you that we won't die easily? Could the next time we get a better discount at the store? If we can prove that we're as safe as anyone else you would give this to.
I know for a fact that you are all not that, well, most of you are not all that safe.
I will agree that I am not the safest person, but anyone in my occupation is not what you would define as safe.
Hence his hesitation to let us take the stuff.
And to be fair, everyone gets the same spiel. You are not the first ones to bitch about my prices. But I literally am the only one here, and I do not like it. This is not my job, this is not my passion.
Well, I'll take that magic scimitar off your hands for all the money I have.
How much is that?
I plop all the gold I have on the desk to let him, sort through it. That's only like 600 some gold pieces. It's not a lot. And I'm gonna do it very confidently, smiling at him, hoping that he, takes me up on my offer.
Make a persuasion check. Just for the hell of it. If only I could. But I still need to put food on the table. And I normally pay twice as much to get these things off the street to begin with.
Speaking of getting things off the street and out of people's hands, could you just take this thing of booze? For free, I don't want it.
I snatched that thing of booze.
No. It's very dangerous, it's endless, you could die.
The last thing we need is a drunk Aromax.
The first thing you... Look, this is me sober. Imagine me drunk.
That's very strong.
That's what I'm saying. We don't want you drunk.
It might be more calm.
I wouldn't... Just give it to Woad. He's better suited for that kind of stuff. Please.
Just a glass.
Fine, take a swig. I'm just gonna back up.
Oh, you ain't never getting this back.
Oh, fuck, I just realized why you're doing this.
Yep, I don't want that shit.
No, not why he wants it.
Oh, I have no clue.
And
I just put that in my sleeve.
Alright, if you can try to, if you can link him the information of that, you can. But yeah, you now have a very spongy rock-like flask.
We've been through this spiel every single time. You pay a lot to get these away from people, but then you don't want to sell them. So how do you even have money to buy from people?
His regular shop.
Yeah, that basically just covers the price of. Look, I am
But
not
if
here
you-
for my own health.
But if you're paying twice as much as you want to sell them for, you will never have money to buy more.
I don't pay
Look,
twice as much
arguing
in
with the
gold.
man about his business ethic is not going to bring down his price or help us.
You just said you pay twice as much to keep these weapons off the streets that I sell them for. You're not in it for profit, but you are in it to keep the weapons off the street. But how do you keep the weapons off the street if you don't have any money?
Because it is financed by the Duke and Duchess.
Are you trying to
Fine, okay.
convince him to jack up his
I'm
price?
trying to convince him that he's a moron. You know what? I'm leaving. I'm going to the Duchess to talk to her.
I'm just going to leave because no, we're good. We got what we wanted.
I'm tired of the same spiel with this guy. It's like, how do you keep weapons off the street paying twice as much as they're worth, and then never sell them? Why don't you just destroy them? Don't offer to sell them when you're going to screw people over.
It's difficult to destroy magical weapons, and honestly, I appreciate his practice.
I understand it does not make sense from a business standpoint. I am not a businessman. I'm here trying to do a service. It is only because of her that I have to do this and to you. If I had my way, I wouldn't be selling them.
It's the nature of capitalism.
Right. So the wand of undoing.
The what?
The wand of undoing. It only rewinds several seconds back.
Immediately after rolling a d20 for an attack roll or an ability check in your turn, but before you know whether or not the roll was successful, you can use the ring to cancel the action. You must then take a different action to the one you were going to take. After using this rod, you cannot use it again until you take a short or long rest.
Okay. And
Or, sorry, not rod, ring.
Oh, ring. Okay. And it only works on yourself.
Yes.
Okay. You have to take a different action. So you can't, like, end up rolling a 1 on an attack and then just attack again. You've got to do something different.
You just have to do a different type of attack. It's not a do-over, it's a... No, wait, I misspoke.
I don't know. That sounds valuable, but I don't know if it sounds 10,000 gold valuable.
No, hell no.
I'm not going to argue with that. It's expensive because I have seen it do awful things. It seems that you are clearly interested in the scimitar. It is still on the table. If you're willing to trade something that I would want to keep off the street, that could be arranged.
I can, trade my scimitar for that one, and I pull out the scimitar I own.
If
it's not magical, he's not going to be interested.
It is not my specialty. My job is to keep dangerous things off the street.
This isn't going very well.
No, it typically doesn't. It's
You
usually
can thank Tarim for that. I am working under their bureaucracy. It's the entire reason that the only place where you can truly buy magic weapons is the Citadel of Slag. They crank them out like it's nothing. Yeah, they're the ones
Yeah,
who
but I'm
mostly
not
buy
allowed
this.
to go there.
We'll get there when we get there. We're gonna go.
We're running into stuff that needs magical weapons to kill it, and we can't get magical weapons to kill them
We're
because
gonna
no
go
one will sell
see
them to
the
us.
art. Okay, I'm pretty sure he's gonna have something. Yeah, we could go get oil. Oil will add magical damage to our weapons. Yeah, I don't know. It sounds like it would be useful, but not for the price that we're asking for. I'm sorry.
That is fair.
If you get
Go ahead.
some magical items within our price range, we'll gladly take them off your hands. But unfortunately, you're just hitting too high of a market share for us.
And I do apologize for that, if it means anything. After the big guy came in here and dropped off that damn thing, most of my prices have been inflated. Well, not inflated, but coagulated to the only most expensive.
He's the classic guy who goes into a pawn shop and doesn't want to sell it, so he expects an insanely high price.
That's not far off. I have what I have. This is just what I was able to find.
Alright, well, I'm not coming back to this guy because he wastes my time to stuff he doesn't actually want to sell.
He wants to sell, just wants to get ripped. He doesn't want to get ripped off.
I'll trade your robe of useful things.
He doesn't want to get ripped off, but he's willing to pay twice as much for what he wants to sell them for? That
Yeah,
doesn't make any
what
sense.
he was trying to say is he didn't pay it in gold.
Okay, so the ring we have the deposit down on. Jog my memory on what it does. I know it essentially acts like a cantrip, right?
The imbuement ring adds a spell to your spell list.
Okay.
And this one adds the ring of a Reek's Quills, which is essentially you make a spell range. No, you don't make an attack at all. You just, as an action, throw out 1d4 quills that keep doing damage over time.
Okay.
They're weak at first, but they keep stacking.
Wait, they actually stack?
Yeah.
Or do they just do damage? Like, they start out 1d4, and then like 1d4 plus 1, 1d4 plus 2.
Each one does 1 damage every round. And you can throw out 1d4 of them.
Oh, so if I spend an action every round, I just keep throwing quills.
Yes. Yeah.
I say we spend at least 2,000 from the chest to get the charm and the ring. Because if we come across a tanky boss, especially something that has a really high armor class, those quills are going to be super valuable.
That is the point.
I mean, if we already have a down payment, why not just go ahead and get it?
We only put 50 gold on it.
Yeah. We have 50 gold on each one. And one's worth 800, one's worth 1,200, so that brings it down to 1,900. Yeah? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to make the call. We're going to go ahead and get the ring, and we're going to get the charm.
Yeah, sure.
Alright. So yeah, he will pull out the small jewelry box again. And he will... Let's see. Ba-ba-da-ba. I have added a new treasure into the treasure section. And you now have the finesse charm, which when applied to a weapon, makes whatever weapon that is finesse.
Right.
Oh, bloody hell, your friend does throw a stink up every so often, eh?
He's just not happy about the continuing difficulty of our circumstances and how they continue to get worse, and how it seems like fewer and fewer people are willing to actually help us or help us help ourselves.
I am stuck under the licenses that I am under. I'm not even allowed to sell this.
I got you.
Can I inside check him?
Yeah. Right ahead.
Any way that we could assist you in your quest?
If you find anything dangerous that you do not want, bring it to me. I will pay you a fine price for them. Yeah, and
I want you to pay for this robe I'm wearing.
it's not all that dangerous.
There are 3 ladders in here. That is dangerous enough.
I would pay money for it regardless, because that could just go into my main shop. Aja, you can sense he's kind of sincere and he kind of feels bad. Like, it's just a part of him just like, I want to help, but it's just like, you can feel he's being held back, not that he's holding back.
Yeah, so I'll just give him a sympathetic smile.
All right. My friends, and if you're okay, because of what I know, I do know that you guys do need a little bit of assistance. So, I am willing to make you the best deal of my life. But this will come with a favor, and I will collect upon it. Do not get me wrong. Do I make myself clear?
Yes.
Crystal.
My word.
Oop, wait, no, sorry, wrong end. All right. You said you had 10,000 pieces in that chest, yes?
Yes.
Okay. If you're willing to trade me the entirety of that chest, that flask and that robe you are apparently not attached to, I will part with the Sultan Scimitar, and I will part with something that I have not been able to evaluate its danger. But it does not seem that visibly dangerous, but I do not want it in my shop. You're essentially getting something whole price.
What is it?
I will tell you nothing of it. I just ask that you trust me.
I dropped the flask.
It bounces. Doing, doing.
It did that before.
Yeah. I ask, do you trust me?
Can I insight check him real quick?
Yes. That's a hell of a good deal he's making.
That's the best deal ever.
I'd say
Shut up and take our money.
Ayaja was still looking over him. You can he doesn't seem malicious. He definitely feels awkward about it. Whatever it is.
I'll just kind of lean into him and give him a wink, but say nothing. I'm okay with him doing this deal. It sounds perfectly reasonable to me. I mean, we all get what we want and get rid of what we don't need.
I would recommend agreeing to this before my senses catch up to me, eh? You have pleaded to my softer side, and it is killing me.
Alright.
Very well. And he just, with just like a wave of his hand, all 3 of these objects just lift up, even disrobing Armax, which thankfully he's wearing clothes. He just like whisks them into the back, into the darkness. He hands one of you the scimitar.
I grab it immediately.
And to the other 2 of you, and to 2 other of you, he just sort of goes behind the desk, pulls out 2 cloth-wrapped objects, and just like hands them to you.
I'm gonna do detect evil real quick. See if those things are bad mojo.
I'm just gonna open up one of the ones.
I will open up the other.
All right. Good news. You detect that one of them is good and one of them is evil.
Which
Do I have
one's
the evil one?
There's one that has a sort of a wooden handle. Another one has almost like an obsidian handle, and the obsidian handle feels not evil, but evil intended.
That one's malicious. Be careful with it.
Can I see that?
Yeah. No.
So,
Take
Too late.
these, get the head out of my shop. And
Wait,
take
what
care
is
of
this?
yourselves.
But good news, the other one's good, and you take care of yourself too.
Thank you for helping us.
what is this handle I'm holding? Why is it obsidian?
And he's just pushing you guys out, just like
Yeah, I'm helping to push them out too.
like a father begrudgingly letting his daughter go to prom, even though he knows she's gonna lose her virginity that night. He's just like, just
Shit.
go. I don't want to think about it.
Did it go to an evil door?
No, they are two weapons, two short swords.
Yeah, one's
Whoa!
good and one's bad.
Whoa!
Ah!
Yeah, one of them has a sort of whitish wood handle that almost looks like marble. The other one is a dark obsidian handle, but the blades are identical. He just pushes you out of his shop, slams his bead curtain, and then the whole place just goes dark.
I'll never get used to a bead curtain slamming.
And
Okay.
Also, we have friendship swords.
Oh, is that what these are?
That's what they're called now.
Friendship sword?
you have the blades of ebony and ivory. A blessed and cursed weapons. They are magic weapons for the sense of overcoming resistances, and ivory. When this weapon or projectile launched from this weapon is used to attack an evil-aligned creature or a person who serves an evil-aligned deity, the attack roll gets a +1 and an additional 1d6 radiant damage on hit. Ebony, when this weapon is used against a good-aligned creature or a person who worships a good deity, it receives a +1 to hit and 1d6 necrotic damage. Like, I did the math on all those objects. He's losing about $2,000 on this. Be fucking thankful.
Blade. Okay, wait. They're the blades of ebony and what?
Ebony and ivory.
Ebony and ivory.
Like the song.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
I want to say that's the point. Alright. He
Okay.
pushes you out of his shop and there's no more deals being done.
Right. So let's.
Well,
Who? Okay. Let me think. Okay, I would like at least one of the short swords.
I can't swing a sword for shit, so you can have both the short swords.
Okay.
Wait, can I even swing a short sword?
I think there's swords where you get short swords.
Whatever, not my main thing.
I mean, I have other short swords you can use.
I'm not too worried about it. What I'm more worried about is figuring out about that grave.
Oh, speaking of which, around this time you do make it up onto the castle, like up in the castle area. Did you still want to try and do something?
Mm-hmm.
Not what I meant to do. Ignore that.
Alright, what do you want to do?
I want to talk to the Duchess.
Alright. You go to the main gate that you followed Horace through, and you get there, and the guards just hold fast. The Duchess is not seeing anyone at this time.
I need to report an illegal arms dealer.
Oh God.
Very well. Go to Zip. He's down the hall.
I
I'm
go to
gonna
Zip.
grab him by the arm. I know he's
He
way
left you
stronger
guys.
than me.
He's gone.
By
Oh, I
himself.
thought
Yeah,
we went
he
together.
left us while we were in the shop.
Well, while he's doing that, you guys want to help me find out why Tharzadun was hung?
Sure.
Sure, why not? Well, I greedily hold the scimitar to my body.
Can we make history checks maybe for that, or would that be more of a obscure thing?
What do you, Candace and Dancer? What are your guys' backgrounds?
Like
Hermit.
mechanical?
All right. So yeah, you'd have nothing. And what was yours, Candace?
Entertainer.
Yeah. You know what? I'll say make a history check. Because there's a chance you might have.
I have no clue. I have no clue. I even pronounce it wrong when I say it.
You think his name would rhyme very well with Doom.
He was a doctor.
Oh
Or
shit.
maybe he was gloomy.
So Rand taking both of the short swords? Jeez. Spread the love, man.
I asked. I said I only wanted one.
I mean, I could use the holy one. That would make sense, but she's not greedy in character, so she wouldn't ask.
Unit can't even use short swords.
I mean, I assume if we need
Wait,
a
what?
short sword, we can always just ask.
As part of the Blade Singer, you have to choose one type of sword, and that's the only one you get proficiency with, which is scimitars.
Wizards get short swords. That's sorcerers. Yeah.
I said unit can't even use short swords.
He's a wizard. Aren't blade singers wizards?
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
I get no weapon proficiencies. I only get to choose one weapon that I am proficient with as part of my school, because I do the School of the Tiger. I can use scimitars, only scimitars.
Well, you have one.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get rid of my other two swords. There's no way I can carry all this weaponry.
Some stuff is not going to be equipable.
Yeah, I'll carry some swords for you.
I mean, I can always put them on the cart. Or
Oh yeah, that's right. We have a cart we live in.
You also have a bag.
Yeah. So, what are you guys' game plan?
I was headed for Zip.
All right, you make it to the shop and he's there. Although instead of copying multiple documents, you can now see that he is currently measuring books, like with a ruler, just to see if they're level. Still paying you no mind. Still paying you no mind.
I need to report an illegal arms dealer.
Great scroll
was-
next to the desk.
Okay. Grab the gray squirrel.
Which one? There's 6.
I grab them all and I fill them all out.
All right. Grabbing them all, you do see one that is occupation, like citizens report, occupation illegal. Like, and you do, I presume you do fill out a report for Wardalow.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you fill it out. You hand it to Zip. He takes it, puts it into one of the little slots behind him, and it disappears. He's just doing what he's doing.
I feel satisfied. Then I go to the Courts Lyceum.
All right. So while you're doing that, that's gonna be a trek. What are the rest of you guys doing?
Where till I see him?
All right. Honestly, from the distance, you probably would all meet there. You need to be a little late. So.
Oh, he's gonna have egg on his face when he sees that scimitar.
So what are you guys trying to do?
I'm trying to figure out more about this Tharzadun fella.
I guess just for the sake of efficiency here, since it's already getting late, while they go find out information, I'm gonna drop in a questionable confectionaries and get us some oils.
All right. Well, anybody's going to Quartz Lyceum, investigation check. if you're proficient in it.
Do I get advantage because I've been there before?
No, but you would get advantage because you have the stage background, right?
I think so.
Yeah, so that would give you advantage. I mean, hell, you're basically supposed to work there. As if you needed it. Well, I mean, you look around and all you do find is the ratty-ass poem that they found to begin with. It seems to be the only reference to this guy. There's no death certificates, there's no life certificates. It's like, out of everything that's here, it's just like, that's the only reference. There are references to, like, 3 mages, or 3 arcanists that did some shit. But, like, that's the only time you see the name.
Okay, so the poem, is it like the dirty limerick he mentioned?
No. Armax or Brant, could one of you link it in chat, since basically you all would have found it at this point?
Yeah.
Alright. And Will, you're looking for are you looking for the oils or the polish?
I do not have access to share it. I might be able to copy and paste the whole thing.
Oh, I'll find it. Yeah. Currently, Niter has sort of like rebuilding his. Oh, good. No.
There you go.
Thank you so much for ruining.
Wow, that's amazing.
Alright. But basically, you go to Niter, and he basically has 4 of each. And that's about it.
For oils of each type?
4 oils and 4 polishes.
Okay. So, like, 1 of each type. Fire... Wait, fire, lightning.
Oh wait, no, not bottles of bottles of elements. No, he has the weapon polish.
Right, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Because when we were talking about it, you said the weapon polishes and weapon oils add in elemental damage.
I do not think it. No, I'm double checking to see if I said that.
Okay, well, what do you have in your head right now?
I'm re-looking at it, and it does not say that.
Okay, well, what does it say?
It just says it makes them magical for the sense of coming over magical resistances.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Yeah. The oils are quick to use, but they run out faster. Polish takes longer to use, but it lasts the longest.
Right.
And it's most cost efficient.
They're
I
80
thought we were
gold.
talking about oil of sharpness.
80 gold a pop.
Yep.
An hour to apply, but it lasts 20.
Alright.
Okay, we have 1,200.
I believe so.
13. We have 1,300.
Yeah. Well,
So for all 8, it's only going to be 640. What do you guys think?
I trust your judgment.
Do what you want. I probably won't use them anyway.
Okay, I will take 2 of each then.
alright.
So that's
He sells them to you. It's like
okay.
it's just good to get these things out of my head, you know? Alright. Well, since it is getting late, do you guys want to just call it for the night? This is
I mean,
about
what-
when we end, anyway.
What else does he got to offer?
At the moment, not much. He's still sort of like You can see that he's currently rebrewing. His shelves are starting to get a little more full now as opposed to their emptiness that they had last time. He's right now just sort of like going through his like bread and butter potions.
Right.
You probably have some more stuff in a couple days.
Does he have a couple lifesavers?
I think he does.
I don't remember how much those are.
In my notebook. I'll say they're gonna be 5 gold apiece.
Don't get lemon this time.
5 gold apiece. They're on sale.
Okay, I will get 6.
There you go. 6 more cherry flavored lifesavers.
Okay, cool. I want to meet up with the rest of the group now and finish getting ready so that at the start of next session we can make our way for the blades.
Yep.
Question real quick. Is there like a place in town where you could buy armor?
Tinkers and tailors for soldiers and spies typically sell most of the armaments.
Okay, I want to run down there real quick and see if they have any good light armor better than what I have now.
Oh, you can only wear leather, right?
Yep, so light armor, so hide armor.
Or studded.
Well, hide's medium.
Yeah. Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah. Good. You know, easy enough. They actually do have hide armor. It looks to be made out of some sort of like large lizard. It even has like these little ridges along the shoulder pads that look kind of metal.
Ooh.
We helped make that.
I'm guessing that's just a standard hide armor.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
They don't have any. They don't have any like plus ones. Just out of curiosity.
At the moment, I'm afraid not.
Then I will take it.
All right. Let's see. 10 gold pieces and it's yours.
While
Done.
I'm at the temple, do I see any paladins?
Not really. You just see the purple guy. He's still naked.
Oh, he's at the temple too? Or...
The Shrine of Integrity is the only temple here. It's basically in the Omni Temple.
Guy in there?
Not really. It's kind of dead a lot of the time.
That's sad. She's gonna go pray to every single altar then, just because they need some affection.
Oh.
All right. Duly noted. All right. So, anything else you guys want to try and do?
You guys think there's anything else we need before we make for the Emerald Glades?
Again.
I can't think of anything outside of maybe get some of the holes in the wagon patched.
I don't know, Mr. DM, do you think our rickety old cart can make it all the way to the Emerald Glades?
You really don't know? I mean, it's survived so long, and you've only had to put it back together maybe 2 or 3 times. Granted, looking back at the map, as a reminder, every empty square is a full day's travel.
Right.
So, it's got a long ways to go, my friends. Oh, by cart.
All right, let's fix up the cart a little bit. How much is it gonna cost to get our cart and horses set?
Honestly, if you just spend like a couple hours just getting the material yourself, like stock and all, those are pretty alright. It's mostly just like stuff that goes untaken care of, just like the sides and the floor. Like, it takes next to maybe 4 silver. Because it gets the whole thing redone.
Well, shoot, let's do it.
It's a quick patch-up job.
Let's get this thing so that we can't see through the bottom.
So how are we gonna Flintstone it up the hills?
We'll have the biggest push us.
Actually, I can summon a horse if you need that.
I could turn into a horse.
It does have 2 horses.
Yeah, Spirit and Oingo Boingo will help us out.
Spearmint.
Spearmint and Dingleberry.
Fancel Blossom.
Yeah, you guys have horses. What am I saying?
Alright,
They're the best horses.
then I will call it here for the night.
Okay.
Awesome.
I think we're gonna head to the Emerald Glades next session.